Okay, guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Don Dada, and on this channel, we're going to talk about how to make money selling name brand products online, like the brands that you have in your home right now: Lysol, Clorox, Kellogg's, Deer Park, and brands that people already know. And I'm just going to teach you how to open up accounts with those brands and sell their products on the number one e-commerce place in the world, which is Amazon. All right. So this video in particular, I'm going to be talking about the most infamous question that I get all of the time on social media, which is Amazon saturated? Okay. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. There are forms of selling on Amazon that I actually believe are saturated. Like, for example, private label. For those of you guys who don't know what private label is, basically when you go on AliExpress or Alibaba and you buy a generic product in bulk, you slap your logo on it and you list it on Amazon, right? So I'm not gonna say it's really saturated because nothing is really saturated. Saying something is saturated is really like a mindset thing, right? Because if something is truly, truly saturated, meaning a lot of people are doing it, that just means there's a lot of money in it, right? So after this video comes out, it's still going to be successful people in that field of private label that go and they make millions of dollars. But like I said, I will say private label is way, way, way harder than what I do on Amazon. All right. And that's only because you have to be a great marketer. Okay. And marketing is not an easy thing to learn. It's something that takes time, it takes skills, etc., etc., right? And the reason you have to be a good marketer to sell private label on Amazon is because you're selling a generic product that has no reviews, nobody knows, and is not going to be on page one on Amazon. It's going to be on page 10,000, right? So people are not always going to see it. You're literally going to have to run Amazon paid ads or some form of paid advertising to get people to come and see your listing. All right. So you have to be a good marketer, and it just costs overall way more money, right? But what I do, right, is you don't got to be a good marketer. Is like, for example, when somebody goes on Amazon and they search Dove deodorant, they're not gonna question whether they want to buy it or not, and that's because they trust Amazon, right? And they trust the brand. Let's say I'm selling Dove and they search Dove, right? They're gonna trust the brand and they're gonna trust me and Amazon because they know that brand and they've already built that trust and credibility because the Dove been around for a long time. So now all you will have to do, like I do, is piggyback off that credibility and that trust that has already been there for years and has already been established. So this product on Amazon already has the Dove, already has thousands of millions of people who are ordering it every single month, right? And all you will have to do is just join the listing that already exists, and you're getting put into the rotation of like the sales and the buy box is already happening, all right? Because the way that it works is if Dove is already getting 1,000 orders in a day and there's five sellers that are selling that product, there's not five separate listings. It's only one, right? And all those five sellers are on that one listing. And Amazon rotates sales amongst all the sellers on that one product. So sellers one will probably get 1,000 divided by five, a day, and then monthly, if it's like 36,000, it's gonna bust it down individually by every seller, so you're gonna get equal sales. But yeah, there are some things that one seller might get a little bit more orders than someone else because they have prime shipping if they're doing FBA, and one seller might get less orders if they're doing FBM, meaning that they're doing fulfilled by merchant when they ship it out on their own, and the shipping is slower, right? And another seller might not get as many orders because they're selling it at a way higher price than the others, right? So there's certain things that determine, the sales or more or less, right? But for the most part, all those sellers sell relatively the same amount of orders per month, right? So back to this ever going to get saturated, okay? It's almost impossible for this business model to get saturated, all right? And that is only because there will never, ever, ever, ever be a time where there are more sellers than buyers. It's just not going to happen, right? Over 85% of the US population has an Amazon account. Okay? And I'm going to say it one more time because when I say that, it goes over people's head. But over 85% of the US population has an Amazon account. You understand? And that's in the United States, Canada, and that's 85% of people that are paying monthly to shop on Amazon. I'm not talking about the window shoppers. I'm talking about specifically over 85% of the US population is actively paying to shop on that market, right? That's a lot of people. So the amount of buyers will never, ever, ever, ever be less than the amount of sellers. There's always going to be more buyers than sellers, right? So I know this industry will never, ever, ever get saturated because even if there were 1,000 sellers selling that one product, does not suffice for the amount of buyers that are actually buying that product every single month, every year. Okay. And if you didn't know, over 50% of the products that are sold on Amazon are sold actually by third-party sellers, merchants like myself. So Amazon really wants you to sell on their platform. They actually need you to sell on their platform because they're not even supplying most of the products that are on their marketplace. You understand? The way that they make money is they take a percentage of all the transactions, the fees that happen on their website, but they're not actually out here having all the wholesale accounts and buying things in bulk and shipping to everybody. No. All they're doing is taking a small fee and handling the fulfillment and things like that, whether it's FBA or FBM. People have been saying this, been saturated since 2015. And from 2015 to 2024, thousands of millionaires, hundreds of thousands have been created on Amazon through just their business model. So don't go another month go by or another year go by where you allow your mindset to blind you of an opportunity that is changing people's life every single day. You understand? So, and I'm telling you that because I don't want you to miss opportunity because I've been able to change a lot of people's life. Well, not just me. The information that I provide has been able to change so many people's lives. Um, and I got students whose lives have changed. Like I'm going to put on the screen, whose life is changed by just following the business product and selling on Amazon. So if you're watching this, hopefully this clears the skepticism that you have on being an Amazon seller and you want to get started, et cetera, et cetera. You understand? So get started on Amazon. It's pretty much easy. It's really, really easy to actually start. You can open it up with an LLC, your business, or as an individual, right? If you have an LLC, you need to make sure you have a business account because you can't have an LLC and a personal account. Or if you have an individual account, you can use your personal account. But I recommend you always, 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 always have a professional account that Amazon has, which they're only charging $40 a month. All right, and that $40 a month would allow you to sell set an unlimited amount of times on Amazon. Okay, and you get so many other benefits, customer service, so many things just for $40 a month. Okay, so if you're gonna start selling on Amazon, which I believe you will, get a professional account. All right, if you have an LLC, make sure you have a business bank account. And if you're doing it as an individual, use your personal account. All right, make sure all of the addresses match. You can't use your home address for the business and then your bank account is a different address. No, that's gonna kind of raise alarms on Amazon. Okay, and also there's two different ways of being an Amazon seller. You have FBM, which I briefly spoke about. That's called fulfilled by merchant. And that's when you, the merchant, are in charge of fulfilling the orders that people order. It all comes through Amazon, but when you're doing FBM, you're in charge of finding the product, packaging it, filling it, sending it to customers on your own, right? When you can't buy the shipping from Amazon, which is way cheaper, that's what I do, all right? And then you have FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon, where you find a product, send it straight to Amazon, and they fulfill the orders for you. That's called fulfilled by Amazon, FBA, all right? And Amazon basically gets it. They're in charge of the returns, et cetera, to fulfill the orders, send it to the customers, and they take care of returns. And doing FBA, you get access to prime shipping, right? And you know everybody loves their prime shipping. The only flaw with FBA is their fees are much higher than FBM. When you're fulfilling it on your own, Amazon is not charging you as high as the fees because you got to buy shipping, et cetera, et cetera. But you can ultimately see a higher profit doing FBM. Doing FBA, you're sending it to Amazon. As long as you've done your product research, Amazon will definitely fulfill all of these orders for you quick because they have access to prime shipping. All right. So if you would like to know more on how to get started on being an Amazon seller in 2024, you can click the link in the description, which has my website that has my guide for beginners, and I will teach you literally everything from A to Z, step by step, on how to fully indulge and engage in being an Amazon seller. All right. So you can visit my site, www.ecomdon.net, and that will have everything. I'm also going to have a coupon code for all beginners that purchase the ebook, and you can use that as well. All right. Or you can also, give me an email or schedule a phone call, and I will personally walk you through the steps one by one and hold your hand through the entire process. All right. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys like this video, comment any questions you may have, and me and my team will respond. And we're looking forward to you guys getting started, and, being a part of this Amazon business. All right. Like, comment your questions, subscribe, check the link in the bio, comment all your questions. All right. Bye, guys. Peace.